Okay, so here's a video I'm making just to kind of illustrate what I'm talking about. Not really trying to argue too much, just, give my perspective on why I don't think, at least in this particular case, with this cutscene, there's any way that it's just loading. I think it's just forcing you to watch it. And, I mean, I've read in a lot of places on the internet, people responding with, oh, I can usually skip it after a few seconds. I have a solid state drive. Yeah, I do not have a solid state drive. Maybe that does make things faster, and maybe that even lets people skip this cutscene for some weird reason. But it can't just be loading, or at least I really don't think it can. So the particular section I'm talking about, it's like 3 to 5 seconds, maybe more than that. I don't know. It seems to take a little longer while I'm doing this video capture stuff versus like a few minutes. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. I go to chapter select, chapter 12. Gonna go to checkpoint 2 and just press enter, and we'll see this picture of, I don't know, Max gripping a handrail in a parking lot, I think is what that was. So this is the same spot that Max will come out in after watching a fairly long cutscene. This is the window he will crawl through. Now, I don't actually have to go back to chapter select. I can just restart the level to illustrate this, which I think should further my point, because I've already loaded all this stuff, right? So if I'm just restarting the level, why should I have to load all of it over again? I mean, with older games, yeah, we had to deal with that, but I don't know. I haven't played a new game where it's really been an issue for quite a while. Or maybe I'm talking out of my ass. Either way, point is, restart level. Yes. Cuts back to the end of chapter 11. Hit enter. And now we go to this scene here. I've cut out the audio because it was, sort of interrupting my wonderful voice. And I like hearing myself talk. I don't like hearing Max talk so much. Actually, I don't mind it too bad, but I've watched this section an embarrassing number of times, partially trying to get this video right, partially just double and triple checking that there's no way I'm crazy. But I've been rambling on for a while here, longer than it took the game to load a moment ago, so let's see if hitting enter actually stops the video and moves on into the game. Obviously that was an asinine rhetorical question, because as you can see, on the bottom right there, the answer is no. Now, you guys can skip to the end just to make sure this goes to the same place. Please do that, because I'm just gonna talk a bunch of nonsense to entertain myself for a moment here while I scratch my happy trail. I don't know, there's not a lot to do when you have the sound turned off, or after you've seen the cutscene a few times. You can sort of admire the cigarette packaging and try to read some of what's on the newspaper there on the front dash. Count the hairs in Max's beard. I actually really do appreciate the level of detail on a lot of the characters. Like, some of the character models in this game still look a little weird, especially the women for some odd reason. Rockstar seems to have the opposite motivation of every other game company, which is they really like to make their male characters look detailed and almost human, whereas a lot of the female characters in this game, in my opinion, look kind of creepy with, I don't know, rubbery skin that looks like it's been stretched too tight over a really massive skeleton. And they just move kind of weird. But anyway, enough of that. We're almost done with this cutscene. Max is about to step out of the car and go through that window. So before this is all over, let me just reiterate. I mean, we can see how much longer this has been. I'm going to hit enter one more time, and as you can see, there's a still loading message at the bottom there, which at this point I obviously find hard to believe, given how quickly I loaded this exact same hallway last time. By the way, it's not over. He's still got to make himself a makeshift silencer with duct tape and a bottle, which maybe the silencer works, but it doesn't seem to do anything in this particular level, because the moment I shoot anybody, a bunch of guys come running. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. But anyway, that's my video. Hopefully, you know, this will explain why I'm bringing it up so much and why I'm emphasizing this particular portion, because for me at least, I can't skip that video for any good reason, and I don't really understand why. So, thanks for watching if you watched. I doubt anyone will. Adios.